millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopeful like Akim, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to you, Akim and Aqua, for listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Dequar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, Warning You Women at Ease. All right? And too much freedom can get you killed, man. Now, I came across this story of this chick. She goes by the name of Raina. I used to follow her on social media on Twitter. And the last I seen of her, she goes by the handle, or she went by the handle of the Nude Queen, and she would have like 97 Savage or something like that, signifying how many men she dealt with. It was probably more than that. But she ended up turning up dead. It came across my feed, and she ended up turning up dead, man. In Cleveland. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this and get some of these scriptures, man. But like I said, too much freedom can get you killed, man. And it's best for you to look. A woman is supposed to be under the supervision. Is supposed to be under the authority of her father until she gets under the authority of her husband. And she's supposed to be taught how to be a woman by her mother, the woman in her family. And this is all according to the Bible, but America, you got women's liberation, you got the land of the free. They're able to do whatever they want, man. But it's really destroying you. And ultimately, there's consequences, and it ultimately caught up with this chick. It says, and then, I was just doing my little investigations. It looked like she, was in some state of psychosis for like the past year, man. Because it's just her tweets wasn't normal, but it says aspiring reality TV star and influencer Raina Dunlap found dead in an abandoned home in Cleveland. And they were saying that it might be an overdose, right? I'll read it. It says, Raina Dunlap, a 30-year-old aspiring influencer known as the Nude Queen, was found dead in a vacant Cleveland house. Police confirmed. I guess she sells nudes, her, pictures of her body for money, And this is what happens when you got, the woman is super liberated, and the men is pretty much domesticated. So that's why they paying for these different things and keeping, finally setting great dignity, keeping these women, famous. And then the way that she was like, I hope all black men die and all this. You should get that sense of pride on her because of all the attention and followers. It says Rain, and I know it because it's a Maryland native. So this is a news report, but also a chance to edify. Raina, a Maryland native, had over 82,000 followers on X or Twitter and 17,000 on Instagram. She was reportedly in Cleveland to audition for a reality television show shortly before her passing. Her sister Kira launched a GoFundMe to cover funeral expenses and hire a private investigator. So all that hoeing, you ain't got enough money for a funeral. It says, in a tearful TikTok, Kira pleaded for information. Something bad has happened to her, and we are trying to figure out what. If anybody knows anything, please message me. So I'm assuming that was before they found her body, but this was the message. Let me see. Oh.
TikTok call to help, whatever. Hi, everyone. So this is a TikTok call to action, TikTok call to help, whatever. I really need you guys' help. I think something really bad happened to my sister. Her name is Rain. She has a big following on Twitter. She has about 87,000 followers on Twitter, under the NUDE Queen.
She didn't even want to say it out loud.
And I'm just looking for anybody that has been in contact with her or that has heard from her in the past month. It's very, very important.
And that's enough of that part. But see, this is the thing. People want to call and cry for help, but what about when she was doing what she was doing? Why didn't nobody try to stop her then? Why didn't they care enough to stop her then? You know, on the news. Matter of fact, I think this is the news one. If her mother pops up, let me see. Always with an ad,
Listen.
man.
Look around you.
More questions than answers surrounding the death of a social media influencer. Her body found in an abandoned home in Cleveland. The victim's family wondering why the 30-year-old from Baltimore was in Cleveland and what caused her death. Michelle Nix has the story tonight.
She loved being around people. She loved being the center of attention. She just wanted to be a positive or negative force in people's lives.
Influencer Rena Dunlap had tens of thousands of social media followers and knew how to get attention.
She also was very controversial, and I know a lot of people say, oh, she said negative things.
Rena was chasing her lifelong dream of being famous, hoping to one day land a gig on the reality show Baddies Midwest. But her dreams tragically ended when she was found dead inside of an abandoned home on Francis Avenue in Cleveland. Her family puzzled, wondering why she was in Cleveland in the first place. Her mother, Karen Jones.
Why was she in Cleveland? We don't have any connection to Cleveland at all. And we didn't know why. We didn't even know she was out of the state of Maryland.
Her family traveled here saying the petite 30-year-old hair and nails were done when her body was found. But she was dressed in large, uncharacteristic clothing, and detectives told the family there was no obvious signs of trauma.
They suspected that it was an overdose. I said, my daughter's never used hard drugs in my life. Talk to anybody. I will stake my life that the toxicology is going to come back, that she did not have any hard drugs in her system.
The family now questions if Rena decided to travel to Cleveland for some reason on her own, or if something more sinister was involved. Her sister, Kira Dunlap, tells me they uncovered medical paperwork among her belongings.
She had gone to a rape crisis center at the end of November, on November 29th here in Cleveland.
What goes through your mind
So,
when you hear that?
That somebody was hurt.
That's I mean, and the thing is, she said that somebody was hurting her. She was hurting herself, man. And before I get the scriptures, I just wanted to grab this little thing that I seen. So they said that she was trying to go to see this Baddies event, right? Now check this out. It says, I work in the film industry, and a couple years ago I had a day on something called Baddies East auditions at a hotel in Nova. It says, and it was the most absurd experience of my career. Hundreds of young women, all dressed like strippers, waited for hours in lines, corralled and processed until they arrived in groups before a panel of drunken women judges who asked them why they wanted to be baddies and then encouraged them to either show tits or fight the other contestants. These women were whipped into a frenzy of negative emotions. The girls would fight for a few seconds before security swooped in. It was everything wrong and bad and twisted and fucked up in our society right now. And they said that this show, I think it's on the Zeus Network, this Baddie show is like the most popular show get millions of viewers, man. And that's the folly set in great dignity. Now everybody want to cry, when someone dies, but they not see. And this is why the minute of the Lord is warning you, trying to tell you to turn back into the Lord, So before now with that being said, what did it say? Look at this. Life has its consequences. That's what I was originally going to name it. Consequences, man. Life has his consequences. That was the first comment we seen. So that's what she aspired to be. The attention on social media wasn't enough, man. All right. This is 1 Timothy 5 verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right. And so it leads to a spiritual death, which is going to eventually lead to your physical death, man. You don't have the Lord in your life. If you don't have this understanding, you're going to end up dying, man. And you walking in the ways, walking in the ways of death, man. And it eventually caught up with you. You lived your life in pleasures on the earth, and it caught up with you, man. I'm not sitting up here, glorifying the death, but it's like there's consequences to your actions, and the woman needs to know that. They're not being taught that. They just being taught like what Satan told Eve, you should surely not die, but you ain't telling them the whole story, man. The second half of it, you telling them they could be like men and do what they want and be free, but you ain't telling them the consequences of that, man. So you want to live your life, solely focused on, indulging your own pleasures, without regards for the moral or spiritual repercussions of it, man. So this is what happens, man. All right. Now, this is some advice that the scriptures have for you particular woman, man. All right. As a matter of fact, before I get that, let me get Isaiah 32:9. It says, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right. So the Lord is warning you that it's going to be trouble, man. You should be in a state of fear, but what are you? You the opposite. You careless. You think you can do whatever you want. You think that Esau and his police is going to just protect you, man. And this is what we tell you in these last days, man. All the things that you've done is going to come back into you, man. One of my elders, Zion Allah, he says, if you do look at the balance of it. You think the Lord just going to let you just live it up in this world, and then you're going to just be able to live it up in the kingdom of heaven? That's just not balanced, man. You're going to have to you're going to have to pay, So look, you better come up under authority, man. What you need to be doing is finding the man of the Lord, But you getting attention from millions of men, as if that's satisfying. Obviously, it wasn't satisfying, man. You still was famished and looking for some sort of attention, okay? And where was the father at in the picture? I seen that guy, but I think that was her uncle. Ain't no father around. It says, which is, part of what Esau does is try to get the man out of the house. All right. But this is what the scriptures say about the daughters, right? If you have a daughter. And it sucks in this world, man, because you can't even raise your children, What is it? Sirach 7. That was in 37. And I believe it's Sirach 7. This is Sirach 7 and 20. I'm going to start at 23. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth? Yeah, discipline them. It says, hast thou daughters, have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. All right, so you're supposed to have care for thy body. It says, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. All right, so what's so wrong with a man giving his daughter to another man? They done demonized that in this world. But look at the flip side of it. Women get to choose whoever they want. They ended up having sex with 100 men. Showing their bodies to millions of men. All right, and then you don't fulfill. You alone at the end of the day. So which one is worse, man? What else do I want to grab? This is Sirach 26 and verse. Oh no. Okay. Sirach 26 and verse. Come on, man. I didn't ask for a reason. In verse 8, it says, a drunken woman and a gadder abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. You just seen that on, what is that other picture? Look at these joints, man. You know? Thought I had it. All right. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Okay? You see that? And that's what happened. You know? She's abused herself. She abused herself, you know, through overmuch liberty, man. You know? And this is what the consequences are, man. You know? So you're supposed to supervise your daughters, man, if they behave shamelessly, man. You know? And so they not supposed to have excessive freedoms. That's just it can hurt you. It's for your own good. Just like I say about the laws. The laws is there for a reason, man. So that we can be unlike these other nations, we can be perfect, man. Boundaries is a good thing. You know? So this led to behaviors that harmed you, man. You know? Not only your reputation, but your physical body, you know? So, hey, in this world, they don't even want you to have, you know, you can't even parent your child. Another one is Sirach. So Sirach, Proverbs, it all has wisdom, you know, and instructions. I think it's 34. No, it's not 34. 42. Okay, this is the one I was looking for. This is Sirach 42 or Ecclesiasticus 42 and 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. See, you know, they be trying like the so-called the black man don't care about his. Look, man, we love our children. You know, we just understand it's, you know, us, especially us in this truth, we understand what it is, man, you know, in this world. And we have to try to deal accordingly. It says, and the care for her taketh away sleep when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. Because back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, if the husband found out that, you know, she wasn't a virgin, yeah, he got to return it. But then if she don't behave herself as a woman, all right, then she be hated as from her husband and be put away. It says, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having an husband, lest she should behave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. All right, this is the point. Verse 11, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Now, yeah, at one point, you know, a man would, you know, if your daughter was you know, a 304, they would, hey, it would bring shame unto you, man. Or a goddamn lesbian, man. You know, it says, behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. All right. I think that's what I wanted on that part. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was it. I think I started up a little too quickly. But it's all right. That's good right there. But yeah, man, like I said, that these are the consequences, man. You know? And hey, the Lord is against that whoredom, man. The scripture says, was it in Leviticus? Don't prostitute your daughter, lest she become a whore, or let the whole land fall to whoredom and it become full of wickedness, man. And that's what we see in this place today, America, man. So, that's where we at with it. Matter of fact, I had mentioned something earlier. First Timothy 2:9. How the older woman is supposed to, really supposed to guide the younger woman. All right, it says 1 Timothy 2:9. It says, "Women instructed in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness and good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression." I don't even think that's the one it was Titus 2. But that was a good one too. Duties of the older and younger. All right. It says, Titus 2:1, "But speak thou the things which become of sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed." But all these women claim they love God, but none of them want to listen to that scripture. That right there is telling you the role of a woman, man. All right. This is Proverbs 31. What time is it? Might have time. Proverbs 31 and 30. "Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh, she shall be praised." All right. Now, that charm you got, that beauty can fade. The main thing is, if you fear the Lord, man, that's when you're going to be praised, man. And your true beauty is not from your outward appearance, man, but, it comes from your inner self. 1 Peter 3rd chapter talks about that, man. Let me see. I think I got one more. Talking about modesty. Nope, that's not it. But that was a good one. 36 and 15. This is Sirach 26 and 15. Well, I'm going to start at 13. "The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued." All right. So, this is just, advice from the scriptures, man. And it also says in Proverbs, like gold, it says like a ring, that little nose ring they be wearing, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion, man. And you men, you're not supposed to just be captivated just by their beauty, man. Or don't desire her just for her her possessions, or she gotta be you want to aim for a woman. This is why you got the spirit on the apostles and other brothers. Hey, they not trying to deal with the so-called black woman, man, because they completely out of order. They exact opposite of the scriptures, and really there's been a psyop, a psychological operation ran on our people, man. And chiefly you women first, man. you know, because they used you women to destroy the nation, man. So at some point, you know, you need to wake up and smell the coffee, man, you know, and, you know, this should be a lesson to some of you people that may know this chick, you know. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rechakadash. To the next one, I'm going to say Shalom.